Hi and welcome guys. This is just a short video on showing you exactly what you need to do when putting on a colour. We're going to be supplying you with the goods. So this short tutorial is going to be showing you exactly how to put the root retouch on. I'm going to be showing you two ways. A T-section, because if you don't want to put a global colour on, you can just do T-section if you want, if you're too frightened of just trying to touch up on your roots. But if you want to do one global colour, if you watch the tutorial all the way through to the end, you'll find that showing you a quick and easy way to apply the colour onto your hair. It should only take you about half an hour to apply, if not less than half an hour. And we're going to be supplying you with the goods as well. I suggest that you shouldn't really go out and buy a box colour. One, you need a skin test, and the clients at Diamond Edge have already had a skin test, so we are using the same colour as we use in the salon. We're going to be mixing out your quantities that we normally do in the salon, put it in a bowl for you, but leaving the peroxide in a bottle. We'll be supplying you with the bowl, the tint brushes, the peroxide, the colour in the bowl, a plastic cape, some gloves at the same time as well, hopefully, if we don't run out before then. If not, if you have your own, please use them. And if you just watch the next bit, then we're going to be showing you exactly what to do. Okay, so don't panic, we got you covered. As I said, if you are interested in having your colour done, please, just send us a message, and be looking forward to seeing you on the other side. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is I'm going to be supplying you with tint bowl, maybe not this colour, might be black, might be a different shape as well. Tint brush. These tint brushes are quite firm, okay, so allow you to get full on coverage on root. As you can see, Paula here's got roots as well, so she's still waiting to have her hair done. Also, we're going to be supplying you with a plastic cape. Okay, so making sure that your plastic cape goes around you, so you don't get your clothes. If you can, try and not wear a top that's like this. Try and wear a loose strap top and a low cut top or anything like that, or even a shirt that you can take off, that you can put this on, that you don't mind getting a little bit of colour on if needs be, okay? The colour will already be mixed up in the bowl. The only thing that will be separate will be your peroxide, which we'll be supplying in a small 100ml tube, okay? The colour will be specific to what you normally have at a salon, and there'll be enough to do whatever you need doing. So as you can see, I'm going to be applying on the root. There's going to be two options that you can do. One, an easier way, just to see you through a little while, and the other way, if you want to get a global. So when mixing your colour up, make sure you add the peroxide in, and then give it a good stir, okay? Once you give it a good stir, make sure that the colour is mixed in really well. So stir it just for a couple of minutes. Now with a colour, it depends what type of colour you have. A normal colour takes 35 minutes to develop. A high lift tint takes up to 45 to 50 minutes to develop. So it depends what colour you have. Can you hold that for me? So this is where we start, okay? I'm just going to borrow your comb. Is that all right?
Yeah, I've got that one as well.
Oh yeah, that's even better. Yeah. Right, so with the comb, try and comb all your hair back off your face. Can you hold it this side for me? No. Oh, come on. Now you can either get your partner to do this, or you can try and attempt it yourself, but it's not going to be too hard, not really. Thing is that we're mixing the colours up specifically for you, so you just apply on the hairline. If you're going to do colour around the face, if you've got a bit of Vaseline, just put it just around the edges, just so you don't get no stainage, as the peroxide will open up your pores and make it sit slightly in. on the root of your hair, so you might get a little bit of stainage on your scalp. But as on Paula, we're just doing a fashion colour, just so I can do a tutorial for you, as I wouldn't normally paint a colour on the roots. So as you can see, I'm just doing around the edges first, yeah? And I'm painting it only up to the point of where the brown, natural blonde hair, starts and finishes before the blonde starts. So you do this all around the edges. Now, as I said, there was two options before. The first option was if you feel that you can't do like the whole hairline and you're quite scared on applying the colour when you're putting it on the root, then just do the areas that you can see. And a lot of people would say that, oh, you know, that you're not going to get, you know, the result that you want, but you will, because it's only the areas that you can see. So the areas that you can see will be the front area and your parting. So you can just put your colour around your front area and on your parting, yeah? So as you can see, I'm just pushing the hair down and doing one side and painting it up to where the bleach is. These are going to be the main areas that you're going to see most, yeah? So you can just go straight, just go a little bit below where your parting ends, just so if you do want to just, you know, be quick and get that done and then not worry about the rest, then it's up to you. But doing it like this will allow you just to get that coverage that you need, just to see you through. Okay, so that would just be your T section of colour that you would do. Now for the rest of you that want to do a global application, I would follow that line all the way down to the bottom, okay, to where the neck is. So obviously for all those husbands out there or partners out there that are having to follow my my video, I do apologise. Now this colour,
turn around so they can see the back.
no, they don't need to see the back just yet. They know what the back of their hair would look like. I'll take a picture at the end. But putting the colour on for the first time will probably take you about half an hour. Something like this would normally take me about 10 minutes. But because I'm doing a video tutorial, I've got to concentrate on doing two things at once here. One, talking about what I'm doing, which is normally really hard to do, as I just normally talk to my clients or just listen to what they normally say and speak to me about what's going on in their lives and all this. I'm actually talking to you guys, telling you what you need to do. Just lift your head up slowly. So if you can, just make sure you got hold of the hair, one side of the hair. So you've already separated the hair into two pieces here. So as you've gone down the parting line, so we're doing all around the hairline to start off with. Okay, so you've got the whole entire hairline covered. Now, for those of you who've got root drag or balayage or anything like this, yeah, if you turn the brush to the side after painting some of the root and then just push it, just gently, you don't create a solid line. So instead of using the brush like this, turn it this way and then you scrape the colour down, okay? And what this will do will allow you to break up from the root, so it gives you more of an uneven effect, which doesn't look like you've got a block colour on, if you want to keep those ends still really, really blonde. But for those of you who are doing a global application, making sure that the colour is all over the hair. Once you've applied your roots on, you don't need to put the colour on the ends until the last like 10 minutes. Okay, so, but for you guys, I'd probably say, you know, 20 minutes. So leave your roots for 10 minutes and then try and apply the ends for 20 minutes. because it's going to take you about that long to put it on. So what you'll need to do then is actually apply 15 to 20 ml of warm water and then add it to the colour. Right, my mouth's a little bit dry. I'm talking so much. That's all right, that's all right. I'll have some water in a second. So as you can see, I'll have to show them, sorry. From the back of the ear, I'll aim from the back of the ear, here, so it's like the tip of the back of the ear, all the way to where the crown is. That way, I'm now quartering the half of what I've done. And then painting down first, with the colour, and then painting up. And then repeat the process on the other side. So you can follow the line from this side and then bringing it down. So that way you've created a hot cross bun. The most important part is the part that I'm going to show you in a minute. So I'm always painting down first. And if you notice, I'm painting the back bit first before I paint the top bit. Okay? That stupid lockdown. It'd be so much easier if the shop was open. Right. This is one of the most important parts. When you're doing sectioning off, I always work diagonally. Okay? Because it works out a little bit easier. Once it starts getting too much, then you go straight across. So I always start from the front and then work my way back. So I'm just applying the roots on. So as you can see, doing the back first, always bringing the front forward, and then I'm separating. So when you separate, do 1/2 centimetre, 0.5 centimetres. That's the thickness that you need, because otherwise the colour won't penetrate through the thickness that you've just done. So if you do 1/2 centimetre. You can see I've done a section of that. If I then start sectioning it straight back from there, I can then push it from the top and then work my way down this way. Now the colours have been specifically mixed up for you. You don't have any problems with the hair colour on your scalp, as you're a customer already of Diamond Edge. So you've already had your skin tested. Now if you buy a home dye, you would have had to do a skin test and wait 48 hours before you do the colour. And you're not always guaranteed on what the colour's going to turn out. So why try and risk putting a dodgy colour on? As I said in one of my videos, my Facebook Lives before, don't try and attempt to colour your hair. We're trying to come up with new ways to try and help you guys, as much as, you know, help the salon out at the same time. So that's why we sort of came up with the idea of doing a colour drop, help the customers out. Now you repeat this process on all your sections that you've done. Okay? As you can see, I'm just covering up the roots here. As you can see, the diagonal lines going across. Now I've applied the colour all the way through the roots. If you look, it's about 16 minutes into it, so I'm going to put the colour all the way through to the ends now. You apply it through, just put a little bit on, run your fingers. Make sure that you wear the gloves as well. And that you rub it in. After doing all this, make sure you give it a good comb through if you've got a comb. For those of you who have bleach as an all over hair colour, obviously you need to take thinner sections, as bleach is quite a thick product. So you just need to make sure that you take smaller sections than 1/2 centimetre. So you need to do at least 1/4 centimetre. So, you know, do 1 centimetre, half that, and then half it again. Then you got good coverage when you do it that way, because just in case the bleach doesn't expand, then what happens is that you end up with a dark patch on the root somewhere. So you need to make sure that you give good coverage with bleach colours. Okay, so this is just concluding us to our full head application, which I've done on Paula's hair. So if you've got any remaining colour left in the bowl, just make sure you just run over those ends, squishing the colour into it, making sure that you're wearing gloves. Now, we will try and provide gloves, but if we can't provide gloves and you have your own gloves, please use your own gloves, because otherwise this will be a very messy situation. You know, permanent colour stains hands. Now, there was a lot of times where I'd come home with like red or brown hands, and you know, it doesn't look very nice, especially when it stains for a couple of days. You can get rid of it by using bleach on your hands, but I don't think you really want to be using bleach on your hands, as they leave your hands already dry and rough. Now, if you've got a hair grip, I suggest what you do is twist the hair and then grip it on the top, and then leave the colour, right, when you take your gloves off as well, just pinch the ends here, make sure you still got hold of the other gloves, okay, and that's it, job done. Hopefully I've got no colour on myself. That'll be our first. Leave that for about 35 minutes. If you've got a high lift tint, 45 to 50 minutes. Just sit down and play Candy Crush or something. So that concludes the full head application. As I said, it should only take you about half an hour to put on. As you can see on my video, it's only half an hour long for this. So then we'll have a look at the results afterwards, after the time. So good luck, and I'll be looking forward to seeing your results. Speak to you soon. Okay, so that concludes the tutorial video on how to apply a root retouch and a global application. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and good luck in applying your colours. And then it'll be interesting to see what the results are like. So send me pictures if you can, either on Facebook Messenger or, you know, via, well, obviously it might cost you something on text. So on Facebook Messenger if you can, as it'll be free. I just want to see what type of results that you got. Okay guys, looking forward to seeing them, and speak to you soon.